Argentina and Poland meet at Stadium 974. Two proud footballing nations battling for a place in the round of 16. And to get this far, both teams have relied heavily on their superstars.
We all want to see the biggest players.
The first thing you think is Lewandoski.
Lionel Messi.
This is a stage that's made for a player like that.
Begins the journey.
A player of real quality.
To win the World Cup at the 5th time of asking.
Lewandoski,
Was it ever in any doubt?
That was his moment. He didn't take it.
They're all at sea. Suddenly here, Argentina, and they're now behind.
Lewandoski was isolated up top.
Messi and his teammates totally shell-shocked.
One of the biggest stars the football world has ever seen could be heading towards the exit door.
Robert Lewandoski!
Messi for range!
Scores at the World Cup!
Argentina's saviour!
Big win for Poland and a big night for their record goal scorer.
The Messi bandwagon still rolls on.
This is how Group C looks going into this evening's matches. Poland will qualify for the round of 16 if they avoid defeat. They would top the group with a victory, or if they draw and Saudi Arabia fail to win. Argentina will qualify with a win. Victory could also see them top the group, but a draw leaves them vulnerable to being knocked out, depending on the result of the other game. Saudi Arabia and Mexico are playing at the Lusail Stadium, and that's also live for you on BBC Two. The build-up starts at 6:45. Very good evening to Alan Shearer, Rio Ferdinand, and the former Argentina international Pablo Zabaleta. Pablo, you've been a bit tense today. I saw you at lunch all day. It's still in the balance, of course, but it's looking a lot better than it did a few days ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I can imagine it's been 3 long days, let me tell you, because, you know, after the win against Mexico was a sign of relief for everyone. Yeah. But, of course, we still need a big win tonight. We want to go through. It's not going to be an easy game, but hopefully the lads could put in a good performance tonight. Got
some lovely pictures of the Argentinian team arriving on the team bus. A very South American way. A bit like we saw Brazil do, the similar sort of thing, a lot of singing and dancing on the bus. Hope they've saved a little bit of energy for the game, Pablo.
Yeah, it's something that's, I don't know, it's typical here in South America, Uruguay, Brazil, Argentina. We love dancing or just singing, and
Messi looks like he's been asleep. Rio, they're still hugely reliant on Lionel Messi.
Oh, of course, the numbers even tell you that. I mean, if he scores today, it's going to be the 7th consecutive game that he's scored in. He's got 12 goals in his last 6 games, so the reliance on him is as big as ever. But this is a guy who's used to that. He's used to winning. He's used to being the mainstay and the main centrepiece of every team he plays in, and he always produces the goods. So he'll be looking to do that today and carry his country to the next round.
Yeah, all to play for in this one, Alan. What, Messi versus Lewandowski. What a treat for us.
Oh, two giants of the game who have taken goal scoring to different levels. I mean, if it wasn't for Messi and Ronaldo, I'm pretty sure that Lewandowski would have got a lot more coverage, probably deserves a lot more coverage. And also, to everyone who doesn't know, we've got you a little something here, Gary. It's your birthday. How lucky are you to be watching one of, if not the greatest players of all time, on your birthday? Two other things, though.
Okay.
We've had the call from your boys at home. Your bus pass has arrived. And if life was on a golf course, do you know you'd be on the 16th now? And probably in the rough.
I hope there's 2 par 5s to play. And a playoff. Thank you very much. I'll try and be careful and not make it messy.
It's all over my hands.
There you go. How about that? Thank you very much. We'll eat that during the first half because I can't do it while I tell you about how the teams line up. Not with my mouth full.
62 as well, by the way.
You said 70 on Twitter, and everyone started believing us. Everyone's saying, I didn't realise you were 70. So thanks for that.
Well, you look it, but you are 62.
Yeah. Do you want the teams? Let's have them. Aston Villa keeper Emi Martinez has been Argentina's first choice for a year and a half. Tottenham centre-back Romero, they're taking the cake away, bring it back. And right-back Molina are both recalled after dropping to the bench against Mexico. In midfield, the 21-year-old Fernandez starts his first international game with Rodriguez making way. Their fourth change sees another young player come in with Manchester City striker Alvarez replacing Lautaro Martinez, while Captain Messi plays the 999th game of his career. Polish keeper Szczesny has yet to concede at this World Cup and made a brilliant double save from a penalty against the Saudis. It's an unchanged defence featuring Aston Villa right-back Matty Cash, who's eligible through his maternal grandparents. Napoli midfielder Zielinski scored the opening goal in their last game and is a key creative influence. Their only change sees forward Swiderski, who plays in the MLS, preferred to Milik, while record scorer Lewandoski leads the line. The teams who make it through this group will play the qualifiers from Group D in the round of 16. Another somewhat bizarre VAR intervention, but it didn't really make any difference in who qualifies. Despite Tunisia's heroics, it's France and Australia who go through to the round of 16. Both teams finished on 6 points, with France winning the group courtesy of their goal difference. France made 9 changes and only brought on Kylian Mbappe with half an hour to go. Australia are into the knockout stages for only the second time in their history. Denmark finished bottom with just 1 point. What a player, what a career, one of the all-time greats, a goal scorer and a true number 9, Alan.
Yeah, he's a proper number 9. I think we're in an age now is where we sort of shifted, didn't we, to forwards where left or right.
Yeah.
This guy is the ultimate number 9. I mean, he delivers, he guarantees goals. I mean, his numbers are just outrageous. And when you think he's not playing in a great Poland team, but even his goal scoring for his country is magnificent. His movement in the box is as good as you're going to get. You don't stay at the top level like he has and constantly score goals without being fit, without having that determination, that will to win. Very, very good in the air, can be a great target man. I mean, it would have been so wrong, wouldn't it, if he hadn't have actually scored a World Cup goal because of what he's done.
You can see it, it's almost like it was...
I mean, missed the penalty, didn't he? But he sticks that away there to be put on a plate for him. But wow, what a career! And as I said, he's taken numbers, the goal scoring numbers. Look at that. When he turned at the age of 30, since he's turned, look at his numbers.
Incredible.
40. 55, 48, 50.
They're very similar numbers to Messi and Ronaldo, aren't they?
And I said at the top of the show, didn't I? If it wasn't for those two, I'm pretty sure he would have got a lot more coverage.
Unbelievable player.
Incredible.
You played against him?
I played a few times. Wonderful player. I mean, the good thing about Lewandoski, he never gives you a point of reference as a number 9. He's just very mobile. He can step, set, and then just go into the box. And inside the box, it's impossible to stop him. I mean, in the way he moves, attack always the first ball, so he can go in the second ball. He's strong in the air, great finisher. I mean, he's always been a nightmare to play against him.
I think from a defender's point of view, when you play against a striker, there's normally one asset that you go, I've got to focus on that to try and stop this guy. He has multiple assets that he can decide games with. He's quick, he's strong, he's mobile, attacks balls from wide areas.
That's number 9 in the world now?
I'd probably still go for Benzema if I had to pick one of them.
Would
Benzema
you?
would be Yeah, he'd be mine because I think
Lewandowski will get a lot more goals. Haaland too coming through. But
I think in terms of the ones that are established completely, Benzema and Lewandowski for me stand out and over longevity as well. But I'd go for Benzema in terms of his all-round game, maybe a bit more polished.
Okay. Argentina are one of the most scrutinised teams at this and, well, every World Cup. And one man who knows that pressure well is their former defender, Mauricio Pochettino. Pablo, we all know how good Lionel Messi is. He's extraordinary, but you know him. Obviously, you played with him for many years. What's he like as a person? Because he keeps himself to himself and we don't know.
Well, he's a special. I mean, I will never forget the first time I met Leo Messi. He came to play under 20. I was the captain of that team. And he was shy. He couldn't But we gave him a warm welcome, you know, because he went to Barcelona when he was only 30 years old, and we always knew what it means to play for Messi and represent his country. And since there, you know, what a fantastic career, and I'm very proud of what he's done and what he's achieved in football. And we have to enjoy this World Cup because it probably could be his last one. So, you know, for a player like Messi, one of the greatest of the time, just have to be good.
Give us a bit of an insight to what and how much pressure the Argentinian players are, particularly him, because I mean it's incredible. We've been here for a couple of hours, and these fans behind us have been going.
Do you think, and also, do you think there's
like?
a difference since he's won the Copa America? A difference since he's won the Copa America?
Yeah, of course. But when they won the Copa America, after the final whistle, everyone ran to Messi to hug him. Like,
yeah, it was beautiful.
Like everyone were really happy because he won something with international level, and we've been very close back in 2014 when we lost to Germany, the World Cup final in Brazil, and hopefully they can do it here in Qatar. But you know, because Maradona won in '96, and that debate who's best, Maradona or Messi, and because he was winning everything at the club level, Barcelona, PSG, and all that. It's always been that kind of pressure on him. But come on, we can't expect
a demanding audience. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And he scored an unbelievable goal against Mexico. It's the kind of goal we've seen so many times. Rio, you know, how does he do that? How do you stop it even?
Well, I tried a couple of times and got
In fact, it was a goal that was quite similar to one in the Champions League final. Was it 2011?
Yeah, Wembley. Yeah. I mean, I think if you break this goal down as well into three phases, we look back and think we could have man-marked him maybe, but he's so great at creating space for himself, and we'll see in the clip here where the ball actually gets over to the right-hand side of the pitch. And you just watch how he just puts the brakes on and just stands still, creates that space, separates himself from defenders. That's the first phase, identifying how to get space, which is his genius at. It's a good ball into him. The second is the touch. If that touch isn't perfect and isn't right, it's like he almost stuns the ball to sit there and wait for him to come onto it. And as he comes onto it, he doesn't even break stride. One touch, one step, and then bang. And the third phase is actual execution in terms of hitting it. And we see this so many times. Finds the bottom corner. And you see the touch even better from this angle. Look, he has to stun it. There isn't much room to play with because the defender comes at him really quickly from his right-hand side. So his touch, even when he does touch it, as you let it play there, stuns it just in front of him. So the ball's moving away from the defender at the same time, and then bang, bottom corner, and it's a fantastic strike from that area.
Can't be a player that scores more from outside the box.
No, his precision is one of the key elements as well.
I remember we watched a lot of games together, and we were watching Champions League football. I remember when we were at the Camp Nou. At the Camp Nou, you're really high, aren't you? When in the gantry.
Bird's eye.
And we were looking down on it, and he hit this pass that we've gone. How can you do that? It's almost as though he's seeing himself from above when he plays, because he sees things that we couldn't see. We were going, what?
And we were like, oh my God, what's he doing? Oh, what a pass! It was just like, wow. And that's the kind of the player that he's seeing things that people that are watching the game can't see. Different.
Yeah. The coach seems to have found a way, doesn't he, to kind of get the team together, a togetherness, make them difficult to beat, and then perhaps just rely on a little bit of Messi magic.
Yeah, no, I think, well, there's no doubt you'll try and see that tonight. I think you might even see a bit of an ugly game, because that's what they'll try and make it into, and that's what they do. And then in the hope that the little magician up front will conjure up something special. And almost all his career, that's what he's been doing, and that's how reliant they are on him. He performs, they've got a chance.
Pablo, you're really pleased to see Enzo Fernandez in the starting lineup.
So
he made a real impression in the last game.
Absolutely, he's been really good in both games. He didn't play as a starter, but he came on really good. He can play as a number 4 in front of that back 4, but he also can play as a number 8. Look at he's got into the attacking box, and he's got a beautiful goal against Mexico.
Gorgeous goal.
That's what I was going to say. His versatility is something that stands out. The ability to play in numerous positions makes him a huge asset for everyone to get this guy.
How do you see it going, Rio? I mean, Poland are probably over-reliant a little bit on Lewandoski, and you could say the same for Argentina. Argentina probably got a bit more depth, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think we watched Poland in their first game and they were very disappointed. I think bringing in Milik in the second game and getting a striker, an attacking player nearer to Lewandoski will give them a better chance. Whether they do that in this game, I'm not sure, but this man I think will be decisive and decide this game.
Confident, Pablo?
Yes, I am. Come on.
Alan?
I think it might be a bit of a scrappy game and that little guy producing something special to get Argentina the win just.
Well, we'll find out shortly. This game is also available in UHD on BBC iPlayer. It's Poland versus Argentina with a place in the round of 16 at stake. Your commentators, Danny Murphy and Steve Bauer.
Thanks, Gary. Evening, everyone. The two sharpshooters